Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Chinese Taipei, the University of Taipei, Tianmu Arena. We're live here as the final game here for, well, actually it's the final game for our visitors, the Chinggis Broncos, as they will take on the Taoyuan Pauian pilots. Well, the Broncos, of course, coming off the back of a very close defeat, only losing narrowly to the to the New Taipei City Kings. Of course, the final game of this window will see New Taipei Kings hosting Taoyuan Pauian pilots, but that will be placed at the Chinggis Arena in Banqiao here in Taipei City. Well, Broncos want to respond, of course, after that disappointing defeat. Of course, it was a debut game for Isaiah Todd, and although they were trailing by as many as 14 points at the beginning of the fourth quarter, they found their way back in. Now we take a look at the standings here in this group. Pilots, right now the only team still undefeated here in BCL Asia East. Group A will commence again when we head to Bangkok, Thailand in just over a week's time, but obviously tonight, it's all about Group B, as it will be the Taoyuan Pauian pilots hosting the Chinggis Broncos. Well, it's a rematch of BCL Asia East final last season that was hosted in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, and a very intense matchup between two teams who would then go on to qualify for the BCL Asia 2025. Remember, Broncos winning the bronze medal, while in the case of Taoyuan Pauian pilots falling short in Dubai, but that could very much change depending how this season progresses. BCL Asia East, just like last season, the only difference, we have two groups, a total of 7 teams. Top 3 teams in each group will then progress on to the final 6. From then, only 2 will make it to the final tournament, where they'll meet the champions of China's CBA, the 3 very best from the East Asia Super League of the B-League, KBL, and the PBA, that being the likes of the Morocco Bolts, SK Seoul Knights, and Utsunomiya Brex, defending BCL Asia champions, as well as the 2 very best teams from FIBA Vassal. Well, there's a lot of positives to take from the Broncos. It was a tough start for them in Hong Kong, China, just over 2 weeks ago, in which they had to defend one final play, and there's Timlin Chinggis, along with Billy Batchavin. Of course, Isaiah Todd made his BCL Asia debut, having been drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks in the 2021 NBA draft. But it was the 3 backcourt players for Chinggis Broncos, that being Bataspol, Tushik Elbeg, and Chiruna Batal. And that's, like I said, a huge positive here for the 3 players from Mongolia's national team. Whenever your domestic players are able to come and perform as elite as those 3 did, that's a lot of positives for head coach Ariane Bolt. Well, the Broncos know too full well their opponents right now, heavy favorites, #1 team, only undefeated so far here in BCL Asia East. And Yogi Kamenos has done a magnificent job since coming to Chinese Taipei, winning multiple Plus League championships. But he's got a goal, and that's to get this team winning BCL Asia East and getting back to BCL Asia 2026. Well, this team, just like the Chinggis Broncos, a mix of some very good domestic elite talent, as well as the same as the import players. Jackie Lynn, of course, has been a huge monumental factor for this team in the backcourt. There's Jonah Morrison, who's also featured for the Chinese Taipei national team. Well, Ken Lin, of course, also another player who plays for Chinese Taipei. It's going to be about the big lineup that they have inside. Both Will Artino, another man who's featured as a naturalized player for Chinese Taipei at the 2022 FIBA Asia Cup. But Alec Brown, because Yogi Kamenos saw how he performed in the Spanish ACB Liga Deso, having played with some very good teams such as Movistar Estudiantes, as well as CB Brogan. Well, Cedric Milner, a new signing for his team, has been huge as well. And the thing for him is, he's a major 3-point threat. Likes to play quick in transition. He can be quite exciting when playing above the rim. Well, 2 very good teams. They met in the final in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia last season. It was Broncos who took the victory. Broncos, the 1 in BCL Asia East. But as of now, it's only pilots who are still undefeated. Well, fans, BCL Asia East has been creating so many magnificent opportunities, and if you want to get involved, remember, we still have windows to go in Bangkok, Thailand, as well as Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. So contact the local organizing committee. Remember, if you're a basketball journalist, content creator, hashtag BCL Asia, get your accreditation And come join us. We'll have 3 referees, Prida Muang Mi from Thailand, as well as Natapong Jontaba and Alexei Stepanenko from Kazakhstan. The commissioner and technical delegate for tonight's game is Trianti. So a big thank you to all of our officials who have done a magnificent job in all of our games here in BCL Asia East. You've seen them in FIBA Asia Cups, FIBA Basketball World Cups, and even some of them at the Basketball Olympics. And they'll continue to do a magnificent job tonight here at the University of Taipei Tianmu Arena. Time now to look at the starting fives. We will begin with the Chinggis Broncos. Well, there you have Ian Miller will be the primary point guard alongside Iqbal Chulum Batad as well as Batar Erden Baraspol. Now remember, those two without Ian Miller on the floor in the fourth quarter led to the comeback. Sandar Doj Bindaria also features for the Mongolian national team, while big man Jody Chimanga has been probably one of the most dominant bigs in this region of the world, specifically in BCL Asia East. Because I'd like to see him go up against the great defense of Aaron Garanapur, who's now currently playing for Johor Southern Tigers. I mean, both players very similar, very physical, just very dominant bigs, but who knows? We might get to see it in the final 6. Well, he was once a player back in his day, because now, for the second time, having to take over as head coach of the Broncos. Unfortunately, this season, due to very tragic and unfortunate circumstances, which our thoughts and prayers go to the families of everybody involved in the Broncos. But he's done a magnificent job. It was him who led them to the bronze medal and in the BCL Asia 2025 last season. Well, Jackie Lee will be in the starting lineup along with Pai Yao Chung. Cedric Milner will be the small forward, and a big inside presence of both William Martino and Alec Brown. Lu Xinjiang will be coming off the bench this evening for the Pilots. So it'll be very interesting to see how the Pilots get off to a good start tonight. They'd like to remain undefeated, 4-0, having won on the road against South China Athletic, then defeating them here at home. A very comfortable victory against the new Taipei City Kings, their arch rivals. Can it be a 4th consecutive victory for the Pilots?
Will can be collapsing more. Number 5. We take care of them, okay? Run back quick and be ready. Be smart. When we drive forward, we helping each other. If they collapse, try to give a good line pass. We need to show to each other, eh? Go, go.
Well, head coach Jurgi Kamenos, like I said, he's been here for quite a while. They absolutely have embraced his role as the head coach of his team. And why not? He did such a magnificent job as an assistant coach with Saskia Baskonia in the Spanish ACB Liga Endesa. And what he's done a very good job of is finding the young, hungry, elite Chinese Taipei talent and giving them the platform. He's done a magnificent job coaching players such as Lu Xinjiang, Jackie Lin. But they've got another test tonight, and that is the champions of Mongolia's The League. Twin Towers of both William Martino and Alec Brown just having some final words, and they've done a great job. I mean, Alec Brown does a good job of just stretching the floor and playing that high pick and roll game. Let's listen now to Coach Ariane Bolt. Well, fans, if you love BCL Asia East, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. BCL Asia on Instagram, X, and Facebook, where you can get all the best news, highlights, and content that matter to you most. Like I said, if you want to get involved, get your accreditation, come and join us in Bangkok, Thailand, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia for the final 2 windows when we wrap up things here in Chinese Taipei. Well, it only feels like yesterday when both the Broncos and the Pilots met in the finals of BCL Asia East. At that point, both had already qualified for the final tournaments. But here we are again. This won't be the first time or the last time they've met. They'll have to meet each other in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. But tonight, it's the League versus the Plus League here in BCL Asia East. Welcome, everybody. going to be Pilots with the first possession. Payao Chung just being the primary point guard at the moment. Trying to find Alec Brown. Jackie Lee finds Brown in the corner. He's closed out for the three. Now Chimanga's going to be a big force inside because he is, as I mentioned, probably the toughest center to defend here in BCL Asia East. Broncos going to a dribble handoff. Bingaria setting that screen for Baketball. Well, that's the penetration, avoids the block. Good defense. Oh, Chilumba Tara's taking a hit here, but time winding down. Nearly, well, comes up with his own rebound. Now Miller will try a three. This one's up and buries this one from downtown. Well, he didn't score until the second half against the new Taipei City Kings. They defended him so well. They knew what a threat that he possessed. Last season's most valuable player. Has a little pick and pop sequence. Brown makes him pay. Bindaria's got to realize you either fight through it or you switch. Broncos again. They started well against the Kings, but they trail for the majority of the game. Miller pulls up mid-range. That time hitting back iron. Pushing in the backcourt here for the Pilots. They're going to try to be very congested with him. It's Payao Chung. Draws the foul now. That's going to be 2 free throws coming up. So Payao Chung, had he converted that, that could have been a potential three-point play. So free throws coming up for Payao Chung. Well, Pai, of course, had a very dominant game against both South China Athletic and the new Taipei City Kings. And I would say with him, he's probably one of the quickest PGs you're going to find, not only in the Plus League, but also in the East Asia region. He hasn't quite been able to cut into the Chinese Taipei national team, but that just goes to show the level of talent they have with players like Ray Chen as their primary point guards. Pai makes them both. This is a great matchup for Batar Erden Baketball. Ikbayat trying to find Ian Miller. He's made 1 3 and sinks another one. But you got a switch bump. 2025 BCL Asia East most valuable player. If he gets cooking, it's going to be a problem here for the Pilots. But now Lee penetrates. That's going to be basket interference and it already touched the backboard. But Jackie Lee, great anticipation there, just quickly went right at the defense. Broncos want to retake the lead. Just want a response here from the defeat against the new Taipei City Kings. Baketball goes to his right. Well, crosses over, nice move. Another little floater off the bank. And this guy, not short of confidence. Go back to last season, the opening game against the Kings. He likes to get to the rack. Tito having to catch a tough one. Just had to kick it out, find Cedric Milner. And again, Pilots doing what they do best. Could very well be a Sanford show party early on. 2-point lead to Taoyuan. Nice backdoor by Bandarina. Good time. Well, they want to double team Jordi Chimanga. Sandadoch Bindaria. That time identified. No out of bounds violation here. As a neutral fan, you want to see this one go right down to the wire between these two teams. Payao Chung turning it over. That's going to be a kickball violation. So in actuality, it's going to stay possession to the Pilots. There's a three-pointer by Cedric Milner. And there's a dump down time. Good vision by Jordi Chimanga. Well, Chimanga just putting up some very impressive numbers. There's a pump fake by Jackie Lee. Now he'll pull up from 15. Brown getting the offensive rebound. Trying to contain this one. That's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to remain Pilots ball with 9.1 left on the shot clock. Well, good start so far from both teams. Nothing separating them at the moment. 10 apiece. Brown will inbound this. So got to get up to a good stop. Browns made 1-3. Dump down to Latino. It's just simply that easy for the Pilots. Well, both committed to Alec Brown on the perimeter, leaving Broncos exposed inside the paints. Baketball goes to his right, kicks out. That's going to be an out-of-bounds violation. Igbaya stepping out on the sideline. Oh, both Isaiah Todd and Chimanga. Only one of them needed to go there. Great vision so far from the big man from both teams. Browns made 1-3. That time unsuccessful. Chimanga coming up with a rebound. Broncos want to extend. And they want to get back in this one, down by 2. Miller finding Baketball because he can be a three-point threat, but they're going to patiently try to build this one. Miller goes to his right. Avoids the block, draws a foul. Now he'll go to the free throw line. Here, Miller goes right to the ground, and hopefully he's okay. It's a bump in the hips there, so it's a foul, no doubt about it, but... So the foul's on Alec Brown. Chun subbing into the game here at the moment here for the Pilots. Just another new addition this season for head coach Yergi Caminos. It's Miller now 7 points. Because he's taking quite a shot there when going to the ground. But that's the thing about Ian Miller. He's tough as nails. He just played NCAA basketball in Florida. Played prep school now, originally from Harlem, New York, but played prep school in North Carolina. He's had a very impressive, extensive pro career. Tulga going to the ground. Chet just able to recover. Milner's made 1-3. That time unsuccessful. Chimanga coming up with a rebound. Broncos can't retake the lead here. Isaiah Todd left wide open. He'll fire the 3. They'll sink this one. NBA draft 2021 with the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. Oh, they want a double team. Miller, they're going to leave Isaiah Todd. He's going to love life playing in Mongolia with the Broncos. Because you have to remember, Isaiah Todd, first game against the Kings, that was his first time even playing. He hadn't had any practices, having flown from the United States. Miller quickly goes to his left, finds Tulga. Oh, contested 3 in the corner, it's way off the mark. Pilots down by 3. Patiently trying to build something here with Chun. Martino. Chimanga happy to leave him on the three-point line, knowing he's not going to go for it. There's a double team. Bit of contact, counted, and he'll go to the free throw line. Pilots that time patiently trying to break down the defense. It's a little high-low action there between Alec Brown and William Martino. Because Will Martino came to Chinese Taipei back in 2020. It was in that same season he ended up featuring, as I mentioned. That following summer played for the national team, so he could be available for the third window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Chinese Taipei have 2 very big games coming up. Unable to get the three-point play. To Shigelbeck. Just dealing with the pressure from Kwan Tayo. Chimanga fakes the handoff. Gets the bump. And Chimanga. Oh, this man is simply full of surprises offensively. Well, he faked the handoff. There's quite aggressive contact between both of them, but a tough move by Jody Chimanga. Head coach Yergi Caminos having to bring Ken Lin into the game. So, but credit to Artino, he's had a good moment so far, but it's not easy to defend Jody Chimanga. Converts a three-point play. I mean, any game in the BCL Asia East, Chimanga, you're looking at between 20 and 30 points and plus 10 rebounds. And that's going to be a blocking foul against Tulga. That's That's going to be Broncos' 13th foul. 4:33 to go. 4:34, excuse me. Broncos only with one foul to give. Taoyuan have 2 fouls. Chun now faking the screen. Finds Alec Brown, who'll pull up for a quick one. And sinks another 7-foot choke. That's the Pilots' bread and butter. Pilots cutting it down to a 1-point deficit. Isaiah Todd. Now they go down low to Chimanga. Pilots getting ready for double teams. Tugel Besh. Good move in the middle. And there's a double team coming. Cedric Milner. That's going to be the final foul to give away. Well, it was Tushiga Elbeg, excuse me, that made the bucket. It's now Azbayar Altengarel will sub into the game here for the Broncos. So they're going to go slightly smaller with Isaiah Todd as the natural center. Azbayar will indeed match up with Alec Brown. Good start from Jody Chimanga. Little back screen. Brown goes in, throws it down. And that is a very simple one-line from the big man, Alec Brown. But only sliced it down to a 1-point deficit. The rematch of last season's finals here in the BCL Asia East between Broncos and Pilots. Tushigelbe goes in, gets denied. Well, Tsai Jian, goodbye. And there's the alley-oop by Milner. Really connecting with the Kongjong Jelly. That would have been something big for sure. Pilots look to push. Miller's made 2 threes. And makes the third one. Miller time from downtown. 11 points already for Ian Miller. He is on fire at the moment. Still a 2-possession lead currently as Brown's made 2 threes already. Azbayar preventing the offensive rebound. Broncos want to extend their lead. The foul is going to be called against Kwantayo. Well, here was the Guan Lan, as they say here in Chinese Taipei. Simple yet effective. It was a back screen that led to the dunk at Azbayar. And here was the Jisha Wada Fangzi. Not in my house. Sideline possession coming up to the Broncos. 2:52 to go here in the first quarter. Broncos have no more fouls to give. Pilots do have 1. So it goes to his left. Goes in, gets rejected. Azbayar comes up with it. And that's going to be the 4th and final team foul against the Pilots. Well, nice block there by Ken Lin. Just exhibiting the tough inside presence of defense that both teams need. Broncos inbounding a baseline. Tushigelbe. Still plenty of time here on the shot clock for the Broncos. Silva kicks out, finds Timlin Chinggis. Pulls up, hand his face. Just a little too short. Great defense coming from the Pilots. Well, Kwantayo goes in, Artino comes up with it. And now he'll go to the free throw line for another and 1. But can he convert the 3-point play this time? And that's the kind of hustle you need at the moment. Second chance opportunity points going to the Pilots. But Artino's got to convert the free throw. Head coach Harry Umbold doesn't want to see his team give away too many offensive boards tonight. Pilots making a change. William Martino will come out. Jonah Morrison subbing into the game. One-point lead still here to the Broncos. Taylor goes to his right, penetrates. This time no block coming. It's just simply that easy. And the absence of both Alec Brown, William Martino opening up the paint here for the Broncos. Pilots still have Ken Lin and Jonah Morrison, but still down by 3. Kwantayo kicks out. Unsue thought about going for the 3-pointer. Well, nice give-and-go action keeps this one alive. Well, Jonah Morrison Would have been something big there. As Isaiah Todd coming up with a rebound. Well, Broncos playing much more aggressively. Isaiah Todd tries to fake the handoff. Time expiring here for the Broncos. And that's not a good foul to give away because Broncos here will go to the free throw line. Shot to make this a 2-possession ball game. So we'll be Tuga currently here at the charity stripe for the Chinggis Broncos. Because you gotta get the feeling tonight, the team that's gonna be able to get to the charity stripe more often, but also make everything count, is gonna be the team that potentially is gonna come up with a victory. Second missed free throw tonight here for the Broncos. Still only the first quarter. Miss them both. Well, Tuga Odgerel just had that amazing drive to the bucket, but both teams know you've got to make your free throws. Taoyuan maybe getting away with a push-off. Very physical game now between both teams. High out Chung. Time winding down. There's a pump fake. Tries to hang it. Morris. Oh, baby! One on Fangzili Jonah Morrison. What a big-time dunk. Potential 2-for-1 coming up for the Chinggis Broncos. Tushi Gelbeck, as Bayar fights for the offensive rebound. The putback no good. But Tushi Gelbeck fights for it, and that's going to be a traveling violation. Well, show me the replay of the Jonah Morrison Guan Lan. It's Jonah Morrison's world. We're just living in it at the moment. One onside Jen, good night and bye-bye. Nine seconds difference between game and shot clock. Time winding down. Payao Chung. Pump fakes. 6-1. And gives Pilots the lead. Broncos can have one final play, but they've got to go quick. Tuga loses control of it. And with 1.9, Pilots will have one final attempt potentially. But you know something big is coming now. Got to inbound it. Ken Lin still attempts it, but that's not going anywhere near it. That is the end of the first quarter. But into the first quarter it is. The Pilots who lead by one at the moment here against the Broncos. A rematch of last season's BCL Asia East 2025 final. The Pilots looking to remain undefeated, but they lead by one at the moment. We'll leave you with the highlights.
1
Well, welcome back, basketball fans, live here at the University of Taipei TMO Arena. This is the BCL Asia East 2026, a rematch of last season's finals where the Chinggis Broncos currently trail by 1 against the Taoyuan Pauian pilots. Very exciting first quarter between these two teams. Just neither team really able to convert off the points and turnovers. Both teams have combined total of 22 points in the paint. Well, now make it 24, 12 apiece. And 13 points this evening for last season's MVP, Ian Miller. Oh, another unforced turnover. Miller's made 3 threes. Not going to get a 4th one. And a foul is going to be called. That's why it's so tough to keep Jordy Chimanga off the offensive rebounds. Now that's, I think that's on Payao Chung. Baseline possession coming up here for the Pilots. Another unforced turnover. That time just batting it. Good hands there by Alec Brown. Well, Kwan Tayo is going to leave the game. He's going to come out for a bit. Oh, nice move in the end. Payao Chung just getting to the buckets. Showing that explosive speed. Now giving the Pilots the 1-point edge. If you're a neutral fan, it's going to go back and forth between these two teams. There was a reason they made it to the finals last season. A reason they made it to Dubai for BCL Asia 2025. Chimanga trying to post up. Isaiah Todd's made 1 3, and now he sinks another one. Because he is having to replace Jordan Tolbert. And I'm telling you, he's going to love Mongolia, and those Mongolian fans are going to love Isaiah Todd. Another 3 in the corner. Sanford Cho from Jackie Lee just going in. Well, everybody loves a Sanford Cho party here in Chinese Taipei. And I'm telling you, Pilots always host the greatest parties when it's down to Sanford Cho's. Isaiah Todd a little short on the mid-range. Pilots still lead by 1. Brown in the middle, look out, and throws it down. Well, Alec Brown usually from downtown, but that time just went inside the paints. 3-point lead to the Pilots. Baketball back in the lineup. Now Chimanga wants to go at it. Good defense by Alec Brown, forcing the turnover. Now, the officials may be going to discuss this one. This could be overturned. Yes, it will be. That's the benefit of having 3 referees out there. They can all get a different perspective and view on what transpired. Now, Yogi Kamenos is not going to go for a head coach's challenge. He can if he wants to, but he might save this instead. Broncos have a baseline. 7.4 here on the shot clock. Nearly turning it over. Miller's got to go quick. Time winding down. As by Yao, wide open, 3 in the corner, sinks it. And like he did against the Kings, leveling things up. He does the same. Well, actually, gets it down to a 1-point deficit, actually. That's going to be fouled on the ground against Tusha Gelbig. Because you love the intensity, the tempo between these two teams going back and forth at each other. And it goes to show the level of competition at BCL Asia East. Until we get to BCL Asia, the 2 best in the FIBA Vassal. Brown in the paint, no foul given, no call. Has to get back on defense here. Broncos can now reclaim the lead. Miller stirred the defense, and Brown one more time. Says Mayo Fonsa Lee, not in my house. Well, that's goodbye. Zai Tian, bye-bye. A aggressive defense and a 5-second violation. Broncos failing to get it in bounds. Credit to Taoyuan Pauian Pilots defense. Suffocating the Broncos everywhere on the floor at the moment. High screen coming from Alec Brown. Jackie Lee trying to fight around the screen to his left. Finds time and space, puts up a three. As Bayas secures the rebound. Broncos want to push this one with Baketball. Well, he'll fire up for three. That's a little off the mark. Jackie Lee wants to run. Got Cedric Milner. Trying to elevate. Comes up with his own rebound. And I think a timeout is going to be called by Broncos head coach, Arianbold. Still only a 3-point lead to the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. Exciting tempo between the finalists of last season's BCLH East 2025. And remember, Pilots are without Lutsen Chang, the star player. Well, let's head down to the bench.
And hold a good screen, young good screen, and young go pop, okay? Oh, look early for that pass. Look early for that pass. Let's go, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm watching it.
The timeout was called by head coach Arianbold of the Broncos. Probably has the moments. It's the plethora of turnovers that have really affected his team's play at the moments. When I say turnovers, it's not abundant, but it is still too many to handle at the moments. Good defense by Alec Brown. Chimanga wants to go at it. Twisting. As Bayard comes up with it. Toga's got to shoot. Has to put up a prayer. No offensive rebound there for Chimanga. Pilots want to make this a 2-possession lead. Chun faces up defensively. Finds Jonah Morrison. Nice seal off and a simple kiss off the bank by Jonah Morrison. 5-point lead currently here to the Pilots. Morrison having a very good game. Miller goes back door and he's going to get the and one. He'll go to the free throw line. Great read of the defense by Ian Miller. Just going back door. The foul is on Morrison. That's a great seal off by Jonah Morrison, and you want to see more of that from him in the final window of the World Cup qualifiers to Chinese Taipei. A very good read again by Ian Miller. Miller now with 15 points. Unable to convert the three-point play. Chen trying to work against Ian Miller. Well, Miller, good defense. Morrison comes up with it. Miller goes baseline. That's a kick out, a tough one. Jackie Lee wide open in the corner. As Bayard towers for the rebounds. Both teams have 2 fouls to give at the moment. That's been an 8-second violation. Well, nobody came to help out Ian Miller. Showing, that's just communication. Someone's got to help him out because you could see as soon as he caught it, he was looking to pass it, but nobody got open. It can be so simple. It's just being a pressure reliever. Somebody flashing to the middle because Miller's got to get your points. He's got to facilitate. He's got to do a lot of things. You got to help him out at some points. Chung curls the screen. Another sack by Chung. Now it's a 6-point lead to the Pilots. Well, Pilots have only scratched the surface now of how many San Francisco's are going to get this evening. Could be the big Sanfun show party indeed. Chimanga in the paint. Double teams. No foul call. And now indeed, here come. Pilots want to extend, leading by 6 points. That's going to be a foul on the ground. Well, there's another look at the Sanfun show coming from Chun. Morrison's going to go to the bench, so maybe Martino will come back in line. 4:44 to go here in the second quarter. Well, standing ovation given to Alec Brown, a true fan favorite with the Pilots fans. Cedric Millen just having to catch a very tough one. Chun getting that high screen, made his last one. This time not getting it. Big rebound by Jody Chimanga. Broncos have got to build some momentum. They don't want this deficit to get any bigger going into the second half. There's going to be a blocking foul on the ground by Chun Li Shun. Same goes for the Pilots. They've got to maintain that defensive discipline. They themselves, they don't want the Broncos to hang in there. They have the home court advantage, but Broncos, one of those teams, they can go on a well, that's I thought about it. Miller has made a few threes tonight. Chimanga. That time foul, and that's going to be the final team foul against the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. It's a big offensive rebound by Chimanga. Well, Ken Lynn's going to come into the game. Martino will take a breather because they don't want too much foul trouble here. Martino now picking up 3 personal fouls, so only player in foul trouble at the moment. Asbayat getting open. They want to find Miller on a curl screen. Badispo pulls up. 3 a little short. No offensive rebound here for the Broncos. Chun bumps. And that foul's going to be called on the ground, so no free throws coming up here at the moment. Pilots will inbound inside line. 3:54 to go here in the second quarter, leading by 6. Because Pilots, like the Broncos, have had this success inside the paint, but it's also been, well, Asbayat coming up with it. Chimanga runs with him. Well, here we go. Chimanga goes in and finishes this one. Only the second time this evening, Broncos have converted points from Pilots turnovers. Good anticipation on defense by the Broncos. Chun goes to his left. 7 now here for Milner. Milner gets to the rack. Good defense by Chimanga. Now here comes Asbayat. Well, the Broncos bench won an unsportsmanlike, but let's have a look here. Well, they get tangled up there, of course, but you know, it's in front. I'd say it's a good challenge for the Bulls. So a timeout is going to be called by the Pilots. When we come back, Broncos will have 2 free throws.
Out, space out, take your timing for play the offense. We cannot be Listen, Linton, Cedric, Owen. We cannot be 3 guys together. We need to spread. We need to spread. If we have any problem, Owen, take you the ball to play the pick and roll. Listen, Jackie for shooting and Linton screening. Okay? Offense. We got to play really simple. We can play early drag or motion 1. Motion one. When they come here, if they press a lot, break and attack the screen. Okay? And Cedric, space out really long on the weak side. We need to understand that when we do one drive, 2 to the arc, they collapse a lot. Kick out. Go ahead.
Oh, Yogi Kamenos calling that timeout because he noticed the Broncos starting to build some rhythm and momentum in their offense and defense. But what do you think about the Broncos is, quite often when they want to make a comeback, everything predicates with their defense. And as soon as they force a turnover, they are very quick to get in transition. They've only missed 2 free throws this evening. Young Asbayar currently the charity stripe. Well, many should know as a youngster, before becoming a basketball icon at such a young age, was a Taekwondo world competitor. His father, prominent in the Mongolian police force, but coming from a wonderful family, teaching very good values of hard work to young Asbayal Altengarel. Over 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 2-point lead for the Pilots. Chun in around the defense. Finds Ken Lin and finishes inside the paint. Oh, those started with Chun. Just getting his time around the defense and forcing the... Oh, nearly getting tangled up here with Jackie Lee. Well, now Isaiah Todd on the baseline, unable to finish. Chun-Li Shun wants to run. Pilots don't have the numbers. Jackie Lee defended by Ian Miller. Miller calling the high screen from Ken Lin. Only time here still for the Pilots, and Asbayar said no Zugir, baby. Well, sometimes Chun-Li Shun found out the hard way. It was a nice take by Chun finding Ken Lin. And then this time, Asbayar just said, "Uch Lara, excuse me, not welcome in your house." Sideline ball coming up. 6.7 here. Jackie Lee goes to his right. Ken Lin. Well, again, good defense by Asbayar. Now, Miller. Bumps, goes in. Now he moves up. Indeed, to 17 points. And it's a one-possession ball game. Neither team with any fouls to give. Because if you're a neutral fan, you feel this might go down to the wire. Good defense again by Asbayar. 9.8 left on the shot clock. Well, Chun-Li Shun will go to the bench. Because Alec Brown coming in to give the Pilots a bigger lineup. Pilots don't have any time left. Chun has got to think about this one. Got to take it. Brown forced it up. Doesn't get it. Broncos happy to see that one go out of bounds. So exactly 105 seconds remaining here, and a timeout is going to be called by head coach Harry Umbold. It's Taoyuan Pauian Pilots leading by 2 against the Chinggis Broncos, the champions of Chinese Taipei's Plus League against Mongolia's The League. Let's go down and listen to what Coach Harry Umbold's got to say.
Wait for me to get down there. Wait for me to get down there.
Well, he's looking at the time, and imagine what Coach Harry Umbold is anticipating. A potential 3 for 2. He wants his team to defend 2 good possessions to get 3 good offenses. Miller now matched up here with Jackie Lee. Tough step back at his face, almost got it. As by our offensive rebound. Now Isaiah Todd sets this one. As Bayaz made 1-3. A little too strong on that one. Pilots can't extend this one. Because every possession is going to have to be very calculated here at the moment between these two teams. Ken Lin sets the screen for Chun. Kicks out, finds Jackie Lee. Lee goes to his left. Now good reach in the end by Ian Miller. That goes out of bounds. And that's going to be Pilots' possession. Tusha Gelbeg will come in for Ian Miller. So it's an all Mongolian backcourt with Baketball and Tusha Gelbeg. Oh, Miller, well, Brown left wide open. It's just simply that easy for the Pilots. Back screen and find Alec Brown inside the key. Brown moving up to double figures. The only player with double figures currently here for the Pilots. Broncos could go 2 for 1. Baketball needs some help at the moment. Pulls up for another 3. Offensive rebound by Tusha Gelbeg. And the combo PG's shooting guard defying the laws of gravity against the bigs of Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. Jackie Lee finds Ken Lin, goes in, and Ken Lin finishes. That inspires the home crowd. Shot clock's been turned off. Broncos want 1 final shot. Down by 4. Baketball gets a screen from Isaiah Todd and Asbayaran. It's a poor foul to give away by Ken Lin. Because it will send. Well, here's the nice take by Chinese Taipei's finest, Ken Lin. Down the other end, he commits a poor foul, so Baketball can cut it down to 1 possession ball game. Pilots will have 6.26 seconds left. Trying to get 1 final play. Baketball misses it. Chen comes up with it. Finds Milner. Pump fakes. There's the time. A little bit of contact. And that is the end of the first half. A rematch of the BCLH East 2025 final, where it's the team that will run us up, the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots, lead by 3 against the Chinggis Broncos. We're going to leave you with highlights and stats, and we'll be back for the second half in under 15 minutes. Welcome back, basketball fans. This is the BCLH East 2026. We're live here for the second window of Group B at the University of Taipei Tianmu Arena. As currently it's the second last game for the host of Pilots. Final game in this window for the Chinggis Broncos and a rematch of the 2025 BCLH East Final. While both teams currently knocking down 5 3-point field goals. Offensively, they've been very good to say the least, but where it's been quite equal, of course, has been points in the paint. A total of 46 points inside the paint have been scored at the moment. Well, these two teams, of course, really have battled it out here tonight. But the difference indeed has been, I'd say clinically, the second chance points. I mean, both teams really starting to make it count from the offensive rebounds. Welcome back, everybody. Live here at the University of Tianmu at Chinese Taipei. Pilots now getting first play. Quickly finding Alec Brown, who's the only player at the moment for the Pilots in double figures. Second player tonight. Second leading scorer this evening. Ian Miller still leading with 17 points. Miller now penetrates. Now Timothy Chinggis will fire three and sinks this one. Well, he's had plenty of good looks from downtown. The man who was starring for the Saigon Heat last year in the Vietnamese Basketball Association. Returning home to play for his hometown team, the Chinggis Broncos. Cedric Milner finds Payal Chung. Well, good hands on defense, but Brown recovers. Now Kwan Tayo. And Kwan Tayo for the Sanford show. Sixth three-pointer of the game for the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. Pilots still lead by 5 points. Miller finding Tilly Chinggis, now goes to his left. Trying to find an option here. Chinggis made his last three. Goes out of bounds. And that will go back to the Pilots. Well, when in doubt, go to Kwan Tayo, but that time Alec Brown in the paints. And it was the Kwan Tayo Sanfun Cho. Sixth three-pointer of the game for the Pilots. As mentioned, both teams 6 three-point field goals. Payal Chung trying to lose Batispol. Atino. Oh, big rebound by Batispol. A foul against Payal Chung. Jeez Louise, look at the rebound from the point guard. He is not afraid, as I mentioned, offensively, when he runs a double high screen, a horns action, to go right at the bigs and get to the bucket. And he's got some buddies. Isaiah Todd. A nice aggressive move, but he misses the layup. Well, it was a good move by Todd, but unable to finish. Kwan Tayo may have taken an extra step. Now Cedric Milner in the corner. Now a 9-point lead. Biggest lead of the game now here for the Pilots. Seventh, and a moving screen is going to be called against Isaiah Todd. Oh, Milner, quick release. Kwai Dien Le Sanfun Cho. The quick release three-pointer. Payal Chung finds Alec Brown. They've extended it to a 12-point lead, but Chimanga comes up with a rebound. Oh, Ian Miller's made a few tonight. That time a little too short. Pilots want to run. Looking for options, finds Will Atino. Good defense by Chimanga. I think Jody Chimanga may have just taken an unwelcome hit. Nothing deliberate. It was Will Atino just trying to throw it off the defense, but well, it's true what they say about Jody Chimanga. He is tough as nails. Payal Chung getting it inbound. Plenty of time here on the shot clock for the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. Now Brown, step through, mid-range. The first time tonight, double-digit lead for the Pilots. Brown now moving up to 16. Broncos have got to find some rhythm here in the scoring. Isaiah Todd finding Timberland Chinggis. Chinggis nearly fumbling it. Chinggis made 1 3, goes for another one. That goes out of bounds. And that's going to remain a Broncos ball with a fresh 14. It's actually a 9-point lead here. See the Broncos, excuse me, for the Pilots, my apologies. Miller defended heavily. Timberland Chinggis had to take it, and that's 1 for 4 from the three-point line. Alec Brown can extend this. Miller reaches. And that's only going to be Ian Miller's second personal foul of the evening. Sandardoj Bindaria will come into the game here for the Broncos. Just to give them a little bit more size, but he'll match up with Cedric Milner. Oh, Brown misses last one. Not going to miss this one. And buries another Pilots set-foot show. And a timeout is going to be called by the Broncos. Now trailing by 12 points. Alec Brown officially the game's leading scorer of 19 points. He's been cooking tonight. Top side 205.
After the stop, you can't always black, okay? Black gentleman is there. Basta, you guys from. Yeah, side, basta, Mindy. Adam is protected pay. Adam protect. Everybody on the offense. All side. Yo, you alright, bro? Good. All side, Joe. Actually, I'm not protected by the video. That is all. We need to kick out. We need to penetrate. Protect the paint spot and kick out.
Well, Broncos just haven't been able to match up to the same intensity as the Pilots offensively, but 12 points isn't a big margin to come back from. The Pilots at the moment, well, they're in great rhythm. They're dominating this game at the moment. Pilots currently 7 out of 18 from the three-point line. So 6 out of 19 for the Broncos, still relatively similar. Baketball penetrates. Azbaya has a good look, puts this one up and sinks it, but it's only a 2-pointer. Had his foot on the line. That's Azbaya's third field goal tonight. He's got 6 points. Watayol just drawing the foul on the ground. That's 2 free throws coming up because he was in his gather step. Aggressive take by Chinese Taipei's Kwan Taoyuan, who you remember has featured for Chinese Taipei's national team. Because very briefly, he was a part of the roster in the first 2 windows of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers, but he didn't play against either Japan, Korea, or China when the game was hosted in Manila. But there's a lot to like about this young man. Like I said, for Broncos being a part of Mongolia, they're currently going to be playing in the FIBA Asia Cup pre-qualifiers come August. And that is to try and get qualified for after the World Cup in 2027, the Asia Cup qualifiers. But for Chinese Taipei, there's hope that they can get to the second round in the same group as China, Korea, and Japan. Miller finds Baketball wide open, 3 is up. Azbaya offensive rebound. Azbaya pump fakes. Time winding down here for Ian Miller. Miller puts him a tough one on the baseline and gets the bounce. Cutting it down to a 10-point deficit. Both Ian Miller, Alec Brown leading scores tonight with 19 apiece. Only 2 players in double figures for that matter. That just goes to show the defense. Very meticulous between both the Broncos and the Pilots. Well, they want a traveling violation. Now Tino just has his way inside the paint. Oh, I think Coach Ariambo is going to get a technical foul. Broncos bench, they found a traveling violation. Should be called against Chun. So Alec Brown now can extend this to a 13-point lead if he makes his free throw. But Brown missed the free throw. The Pilots need a bit of composure here. A lot of moments of frustration. Ariane Bolt still arguing that Chun committed a carrying violation. That's over and done with at the moment. As Bayat cuts, Alec Brown recovers. Putting a double team. Now the traveling violation will be called. Still, it's only a 12-point deficit. They're not out of this. Broncos have only won 1 game so far here in BCL Asia East, and that was on the road in Hong Kong, China. Top 3 teams will go to the final 6. Broncos have got to keep their composure. Cedric Milner matched up against Bendaria. Pilots will take their time. Kwanta Yol kicked out. Milner's made a few tonight. Chimanga comes up with a rebound. Miller wants to run with 19. Broncos want that spacing. Chimanga comes up with a high screen. Miller pulls up. Chimanga, big offensive rebound. Gets bumped. Finds Bendaria. As Bayat. Still time here. Goes out of bounds, so 5.7. Broncos will get 1 look at this potentially. Suffocated defense. Swarming all over the offense. Pilots, they close you out. They switch, they pick up. That's why they're defending plus league champions here in Chinese Taipei. As Bayat's got to go quickly here. Bendaria's got to shoot this. Straight off the bench. Ice cold. Zugir, baby. Well, Tunga Odgerel. Bayaklar. Came off the bench. Good defense by Tunga. Tushigelbe comes up with it. Why not go for it? Just go for it. Oh no, good recovery. Those Pilots recover in time. Chimanga with a seal off. A lot of reaching there. That foul's going to be called on the ground. Second team foul against the Pilots here with 3:23 to go. Well, Zugir, baby. When in doubt, the champions of the league in Mongolia. Heavy defense coming here from the Pilots. So they're trying to get around the defense. Goes in himself and now makes it a 5-0 run for the Chinggis Broncos. Cutting it down to a 7-point deficit. Over 3 minutes. Both teams have made the same amount of 3-point field goals, and that's another Broncos turnover. Well, excuse me, no, Pilots turnover. It's only the 6th turnover of the game, though, for the Pilots. Broncos have committed 8, but as I said, both teams with 7 3-pointers. Bendaria bumps. I think Alec Brown does a good job there to prevent the potential M1 going in. Nice backdoor by Sandordoj Bendaria. That's nowhere near to being a goaltending violation, no matter how much the Broncos players trying to protest, but Sandordoj Bendaria, chance now to chip is his deficit. First one good. Guess his first taste of BCL Asia came back in 2024. We played in 2 games of BCL Asia qualifiers, as it was known. Makes both free throws. He's only 22 years of age. Hot prospect for the future of Mongolia's basketball prospects of getting to a World Cup or a Asia Cup for that matter. Well, Lin Suwei in the corner. Gelbeck nearly coming up with a rebound. The Pilots will retain this. Well, in the play going in. It's a nice take by Lin Suwei. Aggressive penetration. That's what Pilots need just to get more and more to the charity stripe. Well, Lin Suwei missing the free throw. Pilots have got to convert every time they get to the charity stripe, because they've only missed 3 so far this evening. Oh, make it 4. Now Broncos can indeed make it a 1-possession ball game. Gelbeck finding Bendaria. Oh, no foul called there. Vatino and Jordi Chimanga just getting tangled up. And no protest from Jordi Chimanga. Just play on, that's for sure. Let's have a look here. I think it's just a loss of balance from both players, to be honest. John finding Jonah Morrison. Morrison trying to scoop hook, can't come up with it. Tolga wants to go himself. Tolga hangs here and finishes with 7 big points already here in the 3rd quarter. And it'll start it with a 3-pointer coming off the bench. As now that 12-point lead has become a 1-possession deficit. Well, Broncos right now just doing what they do best when under pressure. There's no need for that. Well, the officials are indeed going to come together. So this will be an interesting decision. They may go to the monitor if they feel they need to. Well, the big decision coming up, because if this gets upgraded, that means Broncos will get 2 free throws. So yeah, they're going to go for an official review. So we'll be back very, very soon once they come up with this, once conclude from that scenario. So an upgrade has been made. This means Broncos now will have a chance at the free throw line to cut it down to a 1-point deficit. And also, they will get possession back, so it'll be a very interesting twist of events here with 1:44 to go. Like I said, this is a rematch of last season's finals. The champions of the Plus League versus the champions of Mongolia's The League. That is the actual name of the league. In Mongolian basketball, it is on the rise right now. Chris, you may have heard former NBA players such as KJ McDaniels, DeMarcus Cousins playing in Mongolia, but it's the development of players such as Tushik Elbey, Badispold, and Tolga Edgarel. Those three players were monumental in the comeback in the fourth quarter against the new Taipei Kings. Jordi Chimanga will go to the bench. That 12-point lead has been cut down to only a 1-point deficit. Hey, if you're a traveling tourist, go to Ulaanbaatar. Join us in the BCL Asia East. We've got fine cuisine, the great arena as well, the M-Bank Arena. Like I said, get your accreditation. Come courtside at the M-Bank Arena when we head to Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. What a third quarter from this man. A huge third quarter. He's now given the Broncos a 2-point lead. Oh, all 12 of his points have come here in the third quarter. Lin Su-wei, nice kick out, finds Jackie Lee in the corner. Unable to connect. As Bayat comes up with it, he's got Bindaria with him, but he dribbles it off his foot. But you know what? Broncos play with confidence. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Pilots can level things up, maybe take the lead with a three-pointer. Nice spin by Jackie Lee, and that is a BEA. Beautiful move. Lan Cho Hun Shuai. Tolga goes in, he'll get the one. This guy right now could be one of the key names to look out for the Mongolian national team. Jyrki Kamenos just cannot believe it at the moment. Tolga Odgarel. That is the personification of Zukir, baby. He's only 22 years old, 180 centimeters. But he is lightning quick. Only played 2 games last season in. Oh, excuse me, I stand corrected. This is his debut in BCL Asia East. As Bayat of Ulaanbaatar comes into the game. 3-point lead currently here to the Chinggis Broncos, having trailed by as many as 12. Will Latino kicking out final seconds. Has to go for a tough fadeaway. And now, well, again, another rebound committed. Broncos trying to keep it under control. One final shot. Isaiah Todd defended by Jonah Morrison. Goes to the crossover, bumps, and a foul has been given. So it's free throws coming up here for the Broncos. It's a good call here because there's a bump. That's the right decision. I mean, it's good defense by Will Latino, but Jonah Morrison, unfortunately, is the guilty party. Seven points tonight here for Isaiah Todd, only just joining the team, not even having a single practice with them in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Right off the plane from the USA. But this kid's going to be a serious talent. They're going to love him in Mongolia. There you have it. We head into the fourth and final quarter. A 4-point lead to the Chinggis Broncos. We'll be back for the fourth and final 10 in just under 2 minutes. BCL Asia East 2026. Welcome back, everybody. Final 10 minutes coming up. 2026 BCL Asia East. A rematch of last season's finals. Chinggis Broncos leading by 4. Still without Ian Miller here. Tolga Edgarel. That time turning it over. Good defense by Payao Chung. A nice Feng Shou. And Payao Chung's getting called for the offensive foul. I'm telling you, Tolga Edgarel right now, play with a lot of confidence. 17 points for him. And this is Broncos Saksam Bumbok. Their time to take over, maybe. The Camp Pilots defend. Ikbayat Chulumbatar. Finding Tushik Elbek. This Mongolian backcourt at the moment, now with Asbayar at the 4. Elbek still has it. Time is winding down. Has to put up another one. That's good rotation and good coverage by Alec Brown. His Pilots want to run here. His Pilots just need to play some patient basketball at the moment. Jackie Lee in the corner. Just cannot get the sound for choke. Good hands by Tolga Edgarel. So 11 seconds here on the shot clock. Pilots still with only one player in double figures. 19 points from Alec Brown. Well, they want to find Brown. Oh, Brown may have got away with a push there. Ankle breaker. Atino tries to find Brown. Good coverage. Now 0.8 of a second remaining. Change coming in as Baketball will come into the lineup. Good minutes from Ikbayad. Pilots have to catch and shoot. Milner, did he get off in time? No, he did it. Well, no, he did, but he missed it. Tolga Edgarel. Man, he's really transformed this game for the Chinggis Broncos. Baketball. Oh, waits that little slip screen action. Tushik Elbek thought about it. Oh, and baseline corner, just cannot connect with it, but still a 2-possession lead. Charlie to the Broncos. Atino down the middle, good defense, but simply better offense by Will Atino. That's brilliant. Hey, it's a tough game. It was good defense, but it was better offense. Broncos just trying to build something. Now Jody Chimanga is going to come back into the lineup. And that's going to be another foul against Payao Chung. That's foul number 4. So he may have to come out of the game. There's a great save by Atino. A bit of a tipsy doodle there by William Atino. Baketball now goes to his left. Well, there's Tolga again in the corner, and he got it. Well, no, basket interference, I think. Well, that could have been a 5-point lead. Now, was it Baketball or was it Chinggis? But what they did was they went up and jumped. Now watch here. There's a three-pointer. Watch how they jump up and touch the net. Why? It's Chinggis, excuse me. Oh, it's basket interference. Just over 2.5 played here in the fourth quarter. Milner finds Kwan Tayo. That's going to be a blocking foul against Tulga Edgarel. Broncos will make a sub, so Tulga Edgarel will come out of the game. Sandador Chibindaria will sub into the lineup here for the Broncos. Is it going to be Sanford showtime? Or will it be Zugir baby time? Alec Brown finding Atino. Atino goes in and levels things up. Back-to-back field goals here from Will Atino. Broncos might want to think about bringing Ian Miller back in the game at some points. Chinggis finds Sandador. Pulls up for 15 and 6 this one. Crucial. Straight off the bench. He's only 22 years old, Bindaria Sandador. Only his second field goal tonight. It's actually his first. But Cedric Milner misses. A lot of contact, no foul given. And now here comes Baketball. Very intense game between two very good teams here in BCL Asia East 2026. Oh, he's made 1-3 tonight as Bayan hesitates and sinks it. Zugir, baby. Incredible. As he gives Broncos a 5-point lead. That's the 9th three-pointer of the game. That one going in and out from Alec Brown. Broncos, of course, at the moment, love to go for their biggest lead of the game. Baketball thinks about it from downtown. That's uncommonly collected the rebound. Atino wants to go right at Chimanga. Oh, 6 good points already from William Atino here in the fourth quarter. And Pilots might want to think about going to him more often. Second player for the Pilots in double figures. Baketball hesitates. Oh, try to ISO. Asbayaz got to go again for another one. That time missing. 5 minutes left. Chinggis chasing. Goes out of bounds. And that's going to remain Pilots' ball. The hustle by Chinggis. Just chasing Kwan Tayo. And Ian Miller, as we enter play at the moment, still the game's leading scorer tonight, along with Alec Brown. Both players, 19 points apiece. Ian Miller. Much better job of scoring tonight as Jackie Lee. Just finding Kwan Tayo. Pilots are trying to get something here. Atino, top of the key, will take this one. And that's 8 points here in the fourth quarter. He's now got 17. Tibietla. It is Will Atino time. 1 point, Broncos lead. Miller off the bench. Wants to go back to Baketball. Baketball nowhere to go. Sandador Chibindaria. And a huge three-pointer. And again, Zugir, baby. 10th three-pointer tonight for the Chinggis Broncos. The BCL Asia East defending champions. You got to go to Atino in the paint. He's been unstoppable. Cedric Milner penetrates. Under pressure. Now cuts it down to 2. Oh, the big moment now coming here. Broncos trying to hang on. As Bayard trying to find Baketball. Oh, he threw it away. Can he save it? No, it's going to be a backcourt violation. Baketball tried to go no look to kick out too. I don't think Coach Taoyuan Pauian can use a head coach's challenge here. That becomes the 12th turnover of the game for the Broncos. Pilots can level things up. They can take the lead with a three-pointer. Final seconds. Brown finds Milner, penetrates. Little floater. Wasted opportunity now here. Oh, Baketball, and that's going to be a turnover indeed. Well, I think Ian Miller was expecting Baketball was going to sprint ahead, but I think Baketball thought that Miller was going to keep that one under control. And it becomes another Broncos turnover. 3:25 left. Some play coming, good switch by. Well, there it is, a Sanford show, and it doesn't give them the lead. You can see the fatigue now here from the Broncos plays, as well as the Pilots plays. And that's going to be Taoyuan Pauian Pilots' third team foul. So sideline possession coming up here. Well, you can hear the chants from the crowd. Fang Show. Just a little translation as defense as Miller goes for a three. As Bayard trying to follow, but a big rebound by Cedric Milner. Goes behind the back. And a foul is going to be called. Not a bad foul, though. Only the second team foul against Broncos here in the fourth quarter. Very big offensive rebound by Cedric Milner. Pilots have 2 fouls to give. Broncos, well, Pilots have 1 foul to give. That's going to be 2 free throws coming up. That's a good block by Bindaria because he prevented the potential and 1. Pilots now can actually level things up as Kwan Tai-Yo is at the free throw line. 5 points this evening. He's already made 2 free throws. Pilots 5 out of 9 from the charity stripe. Plus 1 good. Still 1 point separates these 2 teams. Makes them both. Broncos want to run a bull screen scenario with Ian Miller and Jordy Chimanga. Good hands by Jackie Lee. Miller keeps it alive. Still 10 here on the shot clock. And a foul is going to be called against Jackie Lee. That's the final team foul for Pilots to give away. I think it's the follow through there when he makes the contact with Bayard. The Broncos have his sideline. Bindaria will inbound this one. Oh. Chimanga spins. A lot of contact, comes up with it. Good defense from the Pilots. Pilots can reclaim the lead. Under 2.5 to go here. Kwan Tai-Yo finds Atino. Pilots have got to keep this under control. Milner goes to his left. Milner now penetrates. Jackie Lee pump fakes, pulls up, baseline. But he doesn't get it. Just a big defensive play from the Broncos. And that's a poor foul from Jackie Lee to give away. Because now you send the Broncos to the free throw line. Broncos fans may disagree with this one. But Jackie Lee, let's have a look here. That's a good call. I mean, it's a foul Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, any day that ends in a Y. There's no need to pick up Ian Miller at this time, at that stage. You've got to keep things under control.
Warning when I'm talking with my assistant coach. I'm telling you. I already told you. No, I'm telling you, team out.
Big moment now here. Miller can extend it to a 2-point lead. And he does just that. 21 points for Ian Miller. Last season's BCL Asia East Most Valuable Player. Jackie Lee. Still plenty of time here in this game. Broncos. I haven't realized. Clear mismatch. Oh, they turn it over. Baketball. He's going to finish this one. Nobody came in to follow up. No foul given. Pilots. There's the foul. Not a bad foul to give away. Intelligent play by Bindaria. It's only the 4th team foul. It could be a game-changing foul because what it doesn't do, it doesn't send Pilots to the free throw line, and it also prevents Pilots from getting a quick bucket in transition. That's why it's a very smart foul. Broncos now, just like Pilots, no more fouls to give. Well, there it is. There's the foul. Now, who's been fouled here? I don't think that's such a technical foul. A Jisoo Fangwe has been given. Wow. Who got the Jisoo Fangwe? I don't know. Somebody's been given a technical foul here, but I'm not sure why. And Brown makes the free throw. Well, the technical foul, the Jisoo Fangwe, was called on Bindaria Sandardoch, number 25, for Descent. Well, any bucket now would give Pilots the lead. Brown goes for it. 3. Sun Fun Show. Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. That is a big time San Fun Show. And a timeout is going to be called by the Chinggis Broncos. Oh, there it is. The San Fun Show that said 1 on Taipei. Downtown Alec Brown. We'll be back from this timeout in just under a minute.
Take that spin, yeah. Look at the ball. We can use both sides, okay? Both sides. Spinning. Yeah, if you get the ball, set the same handoff. Same handoff. Good spin. Good spin. Then use spin.
Well, welcome back, basketball fans. 4th quarter, final 1 minute and 13 seconds live at the University of Taipei, Tianmu Arena. BCL Asia East 2026. It's a rematch of last season's final between the champions of the league in Mongolia and the Plus League here in Chinese Taipei. But the huge Sanfun show coming from that man, the 3-pointer that gave the Pilots a 2-point lead. And the Jisoo Fangwe called against Bindaria. That was a 4-point turnaround for the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. No need to panic here if you're the Broncos. Baketball. Waits patiently, attacks the bucket. Nice little pump fake. Hits the side of the backboard. Good defense by Kwanta Yo. Well, Fang Shou Hun Hao. Big time defensive play. Still, Broncos don't need to panic. Pilots can make this a two-possession lead if they score now. Jackie Lee in the corner, up against Ian Miller. Lee down the middle, little teardrop, and the tip-in is good. Well, they don't need to panic here. They got to score quickly, though, the Broncos. Broncos need to realize 7 seconds difference. They've got to score quickly. Miller goes for it, deep downtown, doesn't get it. Well, that might just do it. Taoyuan Pauian Pilots, the Plus League defending champions, look like they're going to remain undefeated here in BCL Asia East. What a game it was, but it was indeed the Sanfun Show from Alec Brown that turned this game around. Incredible. And who knows, these two teams could indeed meet again for the BCL Asia East 2026 final when we head to the final six. But not over yet, though. 11.8 seconds left. Big moment coming up now here. Jackie Lee can make this a 5-point lead. Oh, I missed them both. Broncos have got to go quick. Not a lot of time, down by 4. Baketball finds Miller. They're taking way too much time. Binderia puts it up, and it's all over. Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. Jayo to the Plus League champions. Undefeated in BCL Asia East 2026. Incredible atmosphere tonight here at the University of Taipei Tianmu Arena. And it's the Pilots who remain undefeated. Well, we're going to head courtside to meet with Alec Brown, the player of the game. A terrific performance tonight here from Alec Brown. Brown in the end, finishing 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Let's go and meet with the player of the game.
MVP 来到场上接受访问。各位这个最大尖叫声欢迎 Alec Brown。时间交给1小时。
Now with the player of the game, Alec Brown, congratulations. How does it feel to be undefeated in BCL Asia East 2026?
Feels great, obviously. I mean, right now our head's only at the final 6 right now, so you know it's tough when you already qualify and you got to keep mentally tough in these games. And I think we let up for a little bit tonight, but we came back and finished the job at the end.
Now, of course, you played them in the final last season. It was very disappointing to lose them. You have to play them again. How tough an opponent are they?
Oh, I mean, everyone saw it tonight. They play their asses off. I mean, every game they always play tough. So we know it's always going to be a battle with this team, and it was nice to get one back from last year.
One final game here in Taipei. You'll be heading to Xinjiang. Do you have a final message to the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots fans?
Hey, like I said before, we love you. We love the support. Keep coming out. Hopefully to see you guys on Sunday, Saturday as well for the P League. But if not, we'll see you guys next time.
Alec Brown, thank you so much.
掌声谢谢 Alec Brown， 也谢谢 Josh。Alec 跟大家说呢，请大家多多的来进行这个竞技场比赛。今天我让全场攻下23分，还有关键的3分球。再次掌声送给所有的飞行员。谢谢我们飞行员进行了胜利妙场仪式。 也再次恭喜国朗拿下今天的最佳飞行员。好，现在呢，我要回到
High school. First goal.
掌声谢谢 Alec Brown。
关键的3分球。谢谢我们队员进行了回报的朋友们，谢谢你们支持的比赛，谢谢。为这个最大先角色欢迎 Alec。
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the post-game press conference for Basketball Champions League Asia East game between Taoyuan Pauian Pilots versus Chinggis Broncos. Taoyuan Pauian Pilots beat Chinggis Broncos 82-78. Chinggis Broncos coach Arambot Erden and Azbayar Altangarel have joined us, so may I ask you to switch off your mobile phones. The press conference will be conducted in English. Coach, can you please give us your comments about the game?
Hello everyone, good evening. First of all, the congratulations for the pilots team. I want to say I'm proud of all of my players because we had a so busy schedule of this week, and we are tried our best every game. Then also this game is so tough game, and especially just too much contact and so hard game for us because I don't want to complain against the ref, but final moment the ref gives us the technical foul about the faking because I don't want to mention the players, but just one of the pilots team players so towards the basketball he's hitting immediately. It's not basketball, that's why in this case, ref gives us the technical fault. It changed the immediately 4 points game. Then Pilots leading in the last moments. Then because I want to be the truth, I want to say true things.
Azbayar, can you also give us your comment about the game?
Монголч чинь. Маш хүнд тоглолт өнгөлөө. Тэгээ цэцэн оноогоо бариад оноо дээр гарч чадсан ч сүүлийн мөчд 4 оноос салаад ер нь хожигчлоо. Гэхдээ багийнх нар бол маш их бахархаж байна. Сүүлийн хамгаалтан дээр бол яг Бронксийн хамгаалтыг бол хэрэгжүүлж чаддаа л гэж харж байна.
This is a really tough game, and we catch the score, and also we lead the game. But the last moment we can't keep the lead the points. That's why, and we lost it. And also, I'm proud of my teammates for the we doing great job on the defense.
Okay, I will now give the floor to the media to ask questions in English. I want to ask the media to first state their name and the media company they are representing. Anyone?
Hello, Coach. This is Kai Chen from Leader Sports. I know that you right now you are doing your local tournament finals, and you give 1 week off, come to Taiwan and to play 2 games. After the 2 games, did you think it's a positive for you to prepare for the game 5, or you travel back and forth to maybe to the what did you get from these 2 games? Did it help preparing for the following finals game?
Actually, for my players, it is so tough schedule for us. That's why just we don't have enough time for preparing our final game 5. But yeah, then we need to be stay as a professional player. That's why everybody prepare their mindset and physical. Then immediately tomorrow morning we're gonna leave, so we don't have enough time to preparation. But for me, success is not about winning or losing, but every game, each game, we are trying to our best. That's why just no matter in the final or no, just we are preparing our 100% playing on the court. Because I'm respecting in the basketball sports. Every time we show up our best execution on the court.
Okay, this is a question from me, a question for Coach. This is the first time that the Broncos have suffered back-to-back losses. What do you think has become the main issue that's led to this rare losing slide?
Yeah, it's so sad, but we are learning something from those 2 games. Yeah, we are keep going, never give up.
And question for Azbayar. Despite the loss, there was no denying how good the locals played tonight. From you to others like Tolga Odgarel and Binderia Sandardoj, how did you like the effort that you all showed tonight despite falling short in the end? What does this mean about the Broncos' depth?
Тэг мэдээж манайх коуч нарын баг тамирчдын баг ярьсан нөгөө манай өндрүүд ч гэсэн яг урд тоглолтог юм шиг одоо урд тоглолтог хүмүүсийг хамгаалж чадна. Хамгаалчвал буцаад тоглохын илүү үр дүнтэй болохоор ер нь тэг өндөр тав гаргаад энэ тоглолтыг өөрчилсөн л гэж байна.
As my opinion, and we sent to the tolerant roster on the court, and also our bigs can guard for the perimeter players. That's why we changed the game rhythm and get the advantage on the offense and defense. That's why we catch the score and lead the score.
All right, thank you guys. This is the end of the first part of the press conference. We'll be back soon with Taoyuan Pauian pilots. Welcome back to the second part of this post-game press conference. We now have with us Coach Yurgi Caminos and Alec Brown. Coach, we would like to have your words about this game.
Really tight game. First half, I think that we were doing good things in defense, but we didn't do really good things on the rebounding. They got 10 offensive rebounds, too many 50-50 balls that they were fighting more than us. But even like this, we were controlling good. The fouls of Will give the possibility to Jonah and Linton to help the team really good. And for me, the key is on the game. On the third quarter, we start really good. 5 minutes left, we have 12 points. And on the moment, like 4 minutes left, when Ian Miller and Barsball went out, their bench played really aggressive. They got 18-2 run. We stopped too much in offense. Not happy with the moments that we were playing there. Good to have this experience for us to, on the last quarter, back the lead, control better defense. Allowed only 10 points on the last minute on the moment that the game is important. Happy for this, happy for winning. But like I say, I mean, some minutes, especially last minutes of the third quarter, were not good. And if we have one bad moment like this, difficult to come back. But I think that the team showed the mentality to keep playing hard, play better decisions in offense, control way better the rebound, and good decisions on defense to don't allow them really open shots. So good win, always playing at home. We always want to win, and with the fans that they came today, give this win to them.
Thank you, Coach. Alec, your thoughts about the game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game. This is a team that plays really hard, and every night you got to come out prepared to fight a team like that. So we, like Coach said, we had a good moment in third quarter that we just got to learn as a team to focus in and keep control of the game. When we have a nice lead like that, stay a little more focused and not have stupid turnovers. Offensive rebounds were a tough part of the game for us as well. We gave up too many of them, but in the end, it was good to see we had enough mental toughness to finish the game and get the win.
Thank you. Do we have questions from the media in English? A reminder to state your full name and the media company you're representing.
Coach Caminos, I'm Kai Chen from Leader Sports. I want to ask because in the first half or even in the second half, you used Jonah and the Linton for lots of time. You even put Alex and Pertino on the bench for a long period of time. What did you have any purpose to you trying to show them something to learn on the court? What's your today's what their performance were you like or not?
A lot of purpose. One is understanding that 2 days ago we have a game in Tainan. That next weekend we need to have a back-to-back. We need to play in Hsinchu. We need to play against Kings. We are on the moment of the season that we need some of these players take the experience on these tough games. Like Alex say, Broncos, we played against them last year. We know good. They play BCL, they play EASL. We know how tough they play. So give them the chance to be playing in minutes where the game is tough is important, because at the end, the season can be long. We are going to have difficult games on the road, and they need to take this experience. I would say that both of them, the Taiwanese fans, know them long time ago, but they still have 25, 26 years. They are still really young, and they still need to take the experience on more games. Happy, like I say, especially first half ball, they helped really good. Second half, on the moment that the team was able to give a little bit more is when we really stopped too much in offense. Was not the moment maybe to give them the responsibility to come back, but pretty sure that they help really well and they can help more in the future.
Anyone else? Okay. Coach, how much of a luxury was it for you to be coaching two elite big men in Alec Brown and Will Artino?
I don't know what to say to this question, honestly. I mean, first of all, they are good persons. That this is more important than the players. And that this is what, the way that they play, the way that they involve with the team. At the end, both are the guys that finish the plays. They don't handle the ball, one roll, another pop. This, in terms of a coach that I have a chance to be coaching them, is really good. Because they really want to play for the team, and some days they score 19 or 23 like they have today, because one is opening the shot, is rolling, and the other is rolling. And the 25 assists that the team have, most of them are because they score. Usually they never score after dribble. So for us, it's really important to have this type of players that also give the ball to Kwan, to Jackie, to Owen, to all our wings to create. So I don't consider lucky. I mean, a little bit, yes, but at the end are the players that I'm looking for. And one we know really good from Taiwan. Will play here many years. And the other, luckily, he played in Spain enough years to that I can know him and bring him to Taiwan.
Thanks. And question for Alec. What does it mean for Taoyuan Pauian to beat the Broncos tonight, knowing that this was the team that beat the Pilots in last year's final?
I mean, it's obviously always a good feeling to get a team back like that, losing a final last year against them. Yeah, I mean, felt great. Hopefully we can do it again if we see, or when we see them again in Mongolia, and then if we see them again in the final six, we'll get them back there again too.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Alec. The post-game press conference is officially over. Thank you all.